Track the right things and it can be rocket fuel for your growth. Track the wrong things and you can quickly find yourself in a world of pain. We've identified that those who religiously track their key metrics, utilize dashboards as part of their operating rhythm, typically produce 30% more free cash flow than those who do not. So for a seven-figure business, this could mean the difference between $60,000 and $150,000 a year in cold hard cash. Now, the common mistake is to dive straight into building pretty dashboards. Frankly, this is the easiest part. A dashboard is worthless if the data that is presented isn't accurate or is telling the necessary story that we need in order to make decisions. So I break business intelligence down into four components. One is the outcomes. What is the specific outcome that you want to achieve and why? Two, activity. What is the source of truth and how do we prove it to be accurate? Three, the data. How does this compare to previous periods? And then four, the optimization. What can be done to improve the results? The first and most important step is to create what we call a data warehouse. This requires us to take stock of all of the various data sources across the business, ensure the systems are being used as intended, and adjusting the workflow to remove the need for manual input. Now, we utilize an ETL or extract, transform, and load system that aggregates the data and links all of the data sources to a client record. And that includes data for marketing, sales, delivery, and growth functions. Now, once we have all of this data, we can start building a strategy around it. And to do this, we start with an executive summary that we call the Freedom Formula. This is essentially 9 key areas a founder should care about when scaling a business. 1 is their financial freedom figure. 2, net wealth. 3, investment returns. 4, personal income and surplus. 6 is business profit, 7, business revenue, 8 is sales, and 9 is leads. So we want to organize this data to tell a story around these 9 segments, allowing us to identify if we're on track for the founder's goals, where are the gaps, and which of the 9 levers is the lowest hanging fruit to focus on optimizing. We then work to create a feedback loop process of setting a target for each of the areas of focus, creating a strategic plan, taking action, and then reflecting on the outcomes along with identifying what worked, what didn't, and extracting lessons for the next iteration. If you're a 7-figure business owner and you're operating without any dashboard, we can implement some simple off-the-shelf tools that get you understanding your financials and tracking the most 5 important metrics and getting you insightful reports that drive your decision making in less than 30 days. We'll also train you on how to read and act on those reports so you're confident and clear on what moves the needle most. If you want some help setting this up, let me know.